Hello everyone, Blue Rocket Breaks here to showcase one of my favorite releases from 2018, Goodwin Champions by Upperdeck. Now, if you were to ask me what was my favorite release of last year, I would tell you it was Allen and Ginter. If you were to ask me what my second favorite release was, I would say it would be Goodwin Champions. I'm a fan of these cards that have some weird stuff, and they're not scared to stray from the straight and narrow. And Goodwin Champions is a very appropriate release if that is your pleasure. So this is the 2018 version of it. I was able to get this box for about $50 from a DA Card World sale, their anniversary sale. I think these were originally $80 when they came out last year, so got quite the deal here. So before we go through this box, we're going to tear open all the packs in this box. I've got a bunch of the cards that I'm going to kind of show you through what this set looks like. Now, there are 50 subjects in the base set. You can see each of the 50 subjects has 3 different card variants in the base set. You've got the vertical version, and you've got the horizontal version. You can notice right away that these have different art for each version, which is nice, and the art is actually really striking looking, which is one of the reasons I like the set. And then there's this third version called Splash of Color. Now, these are more rare than these 2 base sets, but technically all of these cards are considered part of the base set. You've got 50 subjects of each, so there's 150 cards in the base set. Now, in addition, each of the 50 subjects also has a Gaudy version, like this. These come even rarer than the Splash of Colors. In addition, this set has mini cards. And they have variants of the base set. So you can see here's a horizontal version and here's a vertical version of these mini cards. They also have Gaudy versions of the mini ones. And now, while they do not have Splash of Color minis, but what they do have is these, I'm not sure you can quite see it here on the camera, but they have these like 3D lenticular versions of the Splash of Color. This is actually considered a hit. You get 3 hits per box, and this is, if you pull one of these, it's considered one of the hits. In addition, they have wood parallels of all of the minis. So you can see right there, there's a horizontal and vertical, and then here is an example of a Gaudy wood mini. Those look really striking, really like those. They got a whole complement of memorabilia ones here. Here's an example of some memorabilia. Of course, we got autographs as well. Here's a base autograph here, and then they also have these Gaudy autographs here that look really nice. Now, when you go into the hits, they've got some really wacky stuff, which I like. One of their signatures are these canine companions. These are kind of these manufactured patches. These look real nice. Here's a couple examples of those. The 2018 release also has this 3D lenticular robot series. So this is actually considered a hit here, which if you pull one of these, it's kind of a wah-wah, but it's an interesting looking set. And then there's all sorts of unique one-on-ones, like presidential cut signature stuff that you can find. But if you're going to pull some of the normal cards, this is one of the biggest hits you could find, and I was lucky to pull it last week. This is a Ben Simmons Splash of Color blue ink autograph. This is a very nice card. I was extremely happy to pull this. In fact, as of the moment of recording this, I have it on eBay right now for a high buy it now, see if anyone bites. But very happy with this card. Alright, let's not waste any more time. Let's get to ripping. We've got 5 cards per pack, 20 packs per box. Like I said at the top, I got this box for $50, which is $30 less than it came out at release. I know why it got so cheap, is that most of these cards did not hold their value in the aftermarket. You can see a lot of the autographs you can get for a few bucks, but there are certain people in this release where their autographs go for a lot more. I mean, you've already seen my Ben Simmons, but Michael Jordan, Shohei Ohtani, Wayne Gretzky, some of the Upper Deck exclusive folks, they're all in this set. So there is definitely some high-end pulls to get from this release. Now let's start ripping. And as I do this, I want to mention to you that stay tuned to the end of this video today, because at the end I am going to go over a preview of the 2019 Goodwin Champions release. I already have 3 boxes reserved for that, so I'm very much looking forward. It was supposed to come out late May, but has now been delayed to at least late June, so not super thrilled with that. But anyone who's in this hobby knows that can happen. LeBron is in this. There's a Gaudy. There's Jordan. Yeah, a Jordan autograph or a LeBron autograph, that would not suck. I would take one of those all day long. Oh, here we go. Here's our first hit. It is an autograph. Yu Lu, golfer, autograph. I have no idea if that has any value whatsoever. I guess I will find out. There we go. Alright, let's keep looking. Coleman. There's Ben Simmons. There's the Gaudy Mini. There's the Mighty Max Weinberg, the E Street Band. I'm a big Bruce Springsteen fan, so I actually am personally collecting the Weinberg cards from this. I do not have an autograph of his yet from this set, so I am desperately searching for one of those. I also been collecting the Jessie Graff cards from American Ninja Warrior. You can see her autograph over here. Been a big fan of hers on American Ninja Warrior, so I like collecting her cards. Let's keep going. I actually have a couple autographs of hers. And I think I actually have all of her wood mini variants as well. Special color. I gotta be honest, I was kind of surprised at how little aftermarket value some of these cards held, just because it's such a fun rip opening these cards, and you can see the art on it is just striking. Really sells it for me. Okay, look at that. That's a Michael Jordan Goodwin Champions mini. I think some of these have blank backs on them, so I was going to be careful about that for a little variant love. This set also has the wood minis. They're called lumberjacks, and they have a variant that is black lumberjacks, and those are hand numbered to 8. And I've never seen one of those yet. Spacer. I would love to get my hands on one of those. Never seen it pulled before. There's actually very little numbered cards in this release. There are some numbered autograph variants out there. Those are very hard to pull. I believe the numbered autograph variants, they'll actually inscribe a little message on the card in addition to their autograph, so they're actually really cool looking. I've seen some pictures of them, just never in person. Or spacer. So I would love to get one of those in addition to one of those black lumberjacks. Hall, Wayne Gretzky. Some of the other big hits they have is they have some books in here with some 101 books that have some unique art in them. I forget what the release was. May have been Jungle Book, but yeah, those I've seen some of those pulled on video before, and man, those look amazing. What I would do for one of those. This is a family channel, so I will not say what. Mighty Max. Okay, we're still looking for. We got 2 more hits coming to us here. We had the autograph. Let's see, of her actually. Richie Ramone's in this set. Emily Collins. Now, if you notice on these packs, one weird thing is that it says 14 plus years. I have no idea why it's 14 plus years. So the only thing I could think of is that on some of the cards, some of these athletes aren't wearing a lot of clothing. And speak of the devil, this is probably the worst offender here. Kai Green, bodybuilder. This is actually the photo of his that's showing the least amount of skin. So that's the only thing I can think of. Maybe it's a legal thing. I have no idea. I wouldn't feel super weird about letting kids rip into this. Splash of color card. Those look nice. Okay, so we have 4 packs left. And we're still looking for 2 hits, including a Wood Mini. Those Wood Minis should come 1 per box, and they are not a hit. Okay, here we go. Here's our second hit. Is memorabilia of a bowler, Kyle Troop. Yeah. So, I have to say, I think if I was scoring this, I would say we are 0 for 2 on hits. So maybe that third hit's going to be super awesome. And it's going to be in one of these 3 packs remaining. Maybe the box knew that I was ripping this open on camera. Just wanted to create the suspense. You know, or not. I'm actually not superstitious at all. Let's see. Okay, we're getting down to it. Could it be, is it possible that I just doesn't have 3 hits? That would be, oh, there's something in here. Okay. I think I already saw what it is. And it's a Canine Companions from the non-sporting group. That's interesting. So you can actually see, I'll show you from this other one. This is from the Hound group here. And this one's from the non-sporting. So the different groups of canines actually have different odds. So I think the Hounds are the most common. I could be wrong about that though. Anyway, it is a nice looking card. I do like the Canine Companions. Unfortunately, I think I mentioned it already. They don't really hold their value that much, unfortunately. Actually, I actually don't have a top loader thick enough to hold these at the moment. I've got some 197 somewhere. I'll pull them out later. But let's finish up this rip. Okay, our Wood Mini should be in this pack. Sorry, Lumberjack Mini. Gotta know the branding here. Or not. That's a bummer. Okay, and that's it. Alright, it's time for our hit recap, which is happening about 8 seconds after I taped my breaking of those cards. Definitely not 8 days later. It was definitely 8 seconds. So, once again, here are our 3 hits from our box. First up is this memorabilia Kyle Troop. a bowler relic. Next would be this autograph, Yu Lu, Goodwin Champions golfer autograph. And finally, K9 Companions from the non-sporting group, the Tibetan Terrier. So, yeah, kind of struck out on the hits here. They're not all winners, but I did rip a few more boxes of this off camera, and I'll show you one of the other ones that I hit. I did hit this awesome Ben Simmons autograph here. It would go nice with this one in the back here. Very nice. So they're not all clunkers. There are some other interesting cards you can hit too. This was one of the other ones I got. This is a manufacturer relic, but it's a basically what they take is they take maps from national parks and they put it in here. And this one is actually hand numbered. Hand number 5 to 44. So that's actually a pretty cool card. Not a ton of value, but it's fun pulling some of this weird stuff. One more thing I wanted to mention here is that the mini cards, especially the Gaudy minis, have some centering issues. And I want to show you one of the ones that I pulled. So I actually top loaded this. I don't know why. It was one of those instances where I thought that the centering was so bad that maybe it would help its value, but no. Who am I kidding? It's just a crazy... I mean, this is a 2018 product, folks. Look at this. This is not good. This is... I don't even have the words to describe what is going on here. This can't possibly happen, but it is. All right, well, that is 2018 Goodwin Champions, and now stay tuned for our preview of the 2019 release of Goodwin Champions. And now a preview of the 2019 release of Goodwin Champions. Just like 2018, it has 5 cards per pack and 20 packs per box. You can see on this slide, Luca is going to be one of the athletes featured in the product. Going to have some autographs in there, which will definitely help the value. The box break, it's the same as 2018. 3 hits per box, 10 splash of color SPs and or Gaudy cards, and 7 minis. There's also the case breaks hits, and these are also very similar to 2018. Now, in every 8 box case, there's going to be one of these hits. The Museum Collection Aviation Relics, which were in the 2018 release, and honestly, they didn't have a ton of value unless you got a Space Shuttle relic, and those, boy, it would be amazing to get one of those. They also have the Grimm's Fairy Tales illustration relics and sketch booklets, Goodwin cut signatures, Goodwin masterpieces, art of the ages, sports royalty autographs, JFK legacy relics, signature kicks, and splash of color autographs. There is some really interesting stuff in there. We'll see more of that as we go through the slides here. And you can see on this slide, we also confirming that DeAndre Ayton is going to be one of the autographs in the release. The signature lineup. Here is a partial list of the folks that are going to be featured in the product. We've already talked about two of them, but there's also going to be 311 the band, Zazie Beetz, Brandon Boyd, Julio Cesar Chavez, Buster Douglas, Jennifer Love Hewitt, and Victor Robles, who is, according to this, a highly touted prospect. So one of the new things that they're going to be featured in the release this year is signature kicks. Basically, they're cutting up shoes and they're putting them in the product, which seems very interesting. They are all going to be serial numbered 35 or less, and just because of the nature of how they're cutting them up, each of these cards are going to be really unique. And it's already been confirmed that Tiger Woods has signature kicks in this release. They've actually already released a picture of him signing these cards and a picture of most, if not all, of the signature kicks that he has signed. So you can see that there's quite the variety that you can see there. Very interesting set. Unfortunately, if you look at the bottom there, it's got that little message that says Shoes are not game use or player worn. Wah, wah. That kind of throws a kind of a cold bucket over everything, but it's still cool to have the audacity to put a piece of shoe in a card, I suppose. But you also get the low number, serial numbered autograph from the star players, which is always fun. New to this year is the JFK Museum Collection Relics. They've got some. You can see the picture of that 1/1 card. It's got a cut signature and a piece of a briefcase with the JFK monogram. Boy, that would be quite the card to pull. We also have an autograph set called Genuine Heroes. This is back from 2018, featuring some lesser known people, but people who are very deserving of our adoration. You can see Anthony Sadler here, who's the Paris trained hero. Pulling one of those would be very cool. Here is some more information about the other hits, including some of those case hits we talked about. The Museum Collection Aviation Relics, we talked about that. Art of the Ages, these are hand-painted sketch cards, so 1/1s. Animal Kingdom, I believe this is going to be their take on the Canine Companion release from this past year. It's basically going to be some manufactured patch relics. Civic Symbols, those are going to be based on iconic flags of North America. That should be interesting. I'm assuming again it's going to be a manufactured relic hit. And then Grimm's Fairy Tales illustration relics and sketch booklets. If those are anything like the Jungle Book ones from the 2018 release, those should be very low numbered, if not 1/1, and those should be very cool. One thing they've not shown us yet is how the base cards look. We don't know. Also, this release was supposed to come out in late May, and it's late May, and there is no release yet. They're now saying late June, so we'll see what happens. Thanks for joining me for this break today. If you liked it, please like and subscribe, and please do leave a comment below. Tell me what you thought about the product, and I'll see you next time.